You guys hear me? They say you can't hear me. Can y'all hear me? Please say you can hear me. Hi guys. Can y'all hear me? Is my microphone coming out loud and clear? Just a test because I'm using a different config tonight. This morning. Ah, cool. Thank you, Let's Skip. And how are you? Hi, Todd. Hi, K Suspended. Hi, what is Ryan? Rylan? Quicksilver. And Jack Collins, are you here? Albert He, yes. And North Dwarf. KC10er, yes. So you guys are here. Okay, good. What question do you have for me, Mr. Collins? Is everybody doing okay? Everyone okay?
I didn't find doing okay.
Yeah, I'm not talking to you, Sue. I'm not talking to you. Okay, shut up. She does that. She craves attention. Oh, what sets of Seymour Duncans do I like? That depends on which guitar and what sort of style I'll be playing at. I actually like the pearly gates. I thought the pearly gates are pretty interesting, although it's in a quiet taste. I also like the what you call it? Good grief! For the life of me, I can't recall right now. What's this other one? Oh man, just give me a second. There are a couple of pickups that I really like, and most of it are on my guitars, on my what you call it, my Harley Benton HSH. I have pearly gates on there, and do I have, no, I don't have pearly gates on there. I have some classic stuff going on, and oh yeah, and there's this hybrid thing. Yeah, I forgot what is it called. On the Seymour, for Seymour Duncans on the Tally, I would like the Hot Tally pickup set. Actually, they're pretty nice. Just hold on, let me just call up that video of the ones that I, or rather just let me go to the website of Seymour Duncan and I'll tell you. How are you doing, Jack? Is everything better at home right now? Have you picked up the pieces? Sorry. The 59's hybrid, if I'm not mistaken, the 59 hybrids. This is the one that I like for the bridge pickup. The 59's are really okay. The antiquity, yeah, I like the antiquity. I like the polygates, the Seth lovers. Seth lover is really an acquired taste. That is something that you need to experience to decide whether you like it or not. Right, and then the other favorites of mine is what's this? Did I just say 59s? Did I say 59s? Yeah, 59s custom hybrid. Yeah, I like that. That's a great side pickup. I actually like how it sounds. Oh, Albert Ho. Okay, oh, but sorry. Yes, what's that? Ninette Acoustic, eh? Okay, that's great to hear that. That's great to hear that, Jack. You managed to save 3 of your guitars. That's good. The roof is still leaking. Too bad if I'm near you, I'll probably give you a hand. Yeah. Han Solo, yes, how are you? Sorry, Nanette. Hello, can you tell me something more about the HBTE52? Is it worth for upgrade? Yes, every Harley Benton guitar is worth for upgrading. You can the TE52's nut. You can change the nut if you want to. I don't know, unless you want to change your electronics, the pickups. Yeah, these are the three main components that I would think of changing. The tuners are actually, unless you have problem with tuners, then there's something that you might want to change. I went overboard with my mod on the TE70 because I just wanted to make this a guitar that I enjoy playing, and yeah, I was a bit bummed until today and about that accident that happened. Yes, the set level is unported. That's why it has a unique sound. It I don't know how to explain it. It borders on getting out of control, but then you can kind of like rein it in. It's like I used to always describe like a wild animal, a wild beast hiding inside that set level trying to get out. But you can control it if you want to, like just rolling off the volume a little bit. It can get pretty wild, and the feedback are all really nice. You can get nice feedback, but you don't want to have feedback all over the shop, right? So you gotta need to control that feedback thing going on. Who's Mark O'Connor? What's this? I'm working on Todd. Hi. I'm working on a diamagnetic frozen frog leg pickup with. Good Lord. I can't even pronounce that. Neodymium magnets? What in the world is that? What are you concocting, Todd? Are you concocting a sort of a hybrid robotic robot? Frog leg pickup. What? G-board? What's that? Mark O'Connor. What G-board? What's a G-board? Explain yourself. Hi Ryan. Hi Rylan, right? Yes, the Vega-Trem looks really good, right? I actually showcased to you on the last live stream about me wanting to install on that, and right after that, 2 days later, the Vega-Trem came and I had it installed. Nice, and I liked it. It fits this guitar perfectly. Let me see. Bring this down. Yeah. Don't you think that it just fits this guitar, like the look of the pickups, the look of the bridge, the Vega-Trem? It just kind of like, yeah, it just flow. And nice, I liked it. And it stays perfectly in tune because of the locking tuner, because the way I set up my my nut. I got it all set up properly, and it's really nice. And this is ready to go on a gig with me very soon. Just watch out for it. I'll put snippets on it by the way, and it's gonna happen on the 9th of October. Yeah, I'm gonna feature this guitar. Albert Hall, yes, I listen. I love. Oh yeah, I love bluegrass. I like bluegrass, but I'm more of a country guy, more mainstream country than bluegrass. But I listen to bluegrass too. A quantum pickup where you super cool a frog to become that's pretty deep stuff, Todd. Frog pickup. Oh, you're not serious, are you? Yes, Hans. It looks perfect, right? It looks really nice, and yeah. I mean, I'm actually pretty glad that I have this Vega-Trem over here, and it's a blessing, to have a company that that kind of like, I should say, encourage and support artists, and they actually reach out to me and said hi, and said thank you for this review. But for me, I would be like thanking him, because I would be thanking the company, because the Vega-Trem just is a plus for this guitar, and it's a no-brainer, because the holes are not actually really apparent, like in my white Strat. My white Strat, because I think the cavity is a bit bigger, so you can actually see the hole, which is not much of a nuisance to me. But this one kind of like fits in, to the whole overall look of the guitar. Yeah. So I'm pretty stoked about this. Yes, that cut is the one thing that makes this guitar really unique, in a way. So I hope I was able to help you, Jack. These are a couple of pickups that I like. Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird, and that's the part I like about this guitar. It has a tally body, but yet it has two humbuckers, and you can split coil the humbuckers, even though the split coil, yeah. But the humbucker itself really sounds really sweet. These are the HAF, if I'm not mistaken, and with a tremolo arm, and the original tremolo arm were really good. They're Wilkinson bridges, and they stay in tune. They play perfectly. Just that the cavity was the only problem, like I said. So it's good that I have the Vega-Trem to rectify that problem. Got a couple of new stuff which I got. I just actually went out today. I've been cooped up at home for almost a week plus. Other than the fact that I went cycling, and my whole body is like kind of aching, because I went for a 50 km right last morning, early morning. Good. It's a good workout. I went out today with my son. Went to the Lego shop in downtown in Orchard Road, in case you guys don't know, and went to pick up. I ordered the Lego parts online and went to pick it up, and at the same time I took a nice stroll in hot, humid 33, 32 centigrade temperature. A short walk, about 1 kilometer to City Music, and they told me that there are some new guitars that are in, and one weird looking, well, not weird, but a extraordinary Martin guitar, and I'll just introduce them to you right now. But should I wait for a while? Maybe half an hour from now, huh? Maybe I'll wait for half an hour from now, then I'll introduce it to you guys. Because I have only 19 people coming in right now, and I don't want to repeat myself again later on, so I'm just going to wait for a while. Right? In the meantime, you guys can ask away, what sort of questions. Jack, I play a mixture of all kinds of music, from countries, blues, southern rock, and metal. Certain Seymour Duncan pickups are splittable. You have to find the 4-cable ones. So if you're going to order say a custom hybrid, which is, by the way, is a great guitar for all the genres you just mentioned, but look for a 4-wire pickup, so that those are splittable. If it comes in with, like, is it 2 or 3? I forgot. And it's not splittable. So you got to find out from the website. Do you know the website, Jack? Should I give you the link? Okay, I'm going to paste the link here so you can access it if you want to take a look. I'm on page 4 actually, so. Alright. Albert Ho, you're more a DiMarzio guy. Somehow, I never really dig the DiMarzio pickups. I don't know, maybe because, sometimes, certain sounds just don't appeal to me. I used to have a DiMarzio stack a long time ago. They're red in color, and I had it on my old Japanese Strat, but I took it out after a while. What is a coil tap? Now, a coil tap and a coil split are two different things. If you want to Google, you can probably find the answer. But what I know about coil split is that you know, you have a humbucker. So if you coil split, it means that you take off one of the humbuckers. I mean, one of the single coils. So a humbucker consists of two single coils. So if it's coil split, meaning you split it in half, so you have only one single coil. That's the logic of it. A coil tap is a totally different thing. So it's hard for me to explain because I didn't do much research into it. So okay, I don't want to clutter my mind with all these things if I don't have the need to, because I do not have a coil tap function on any of my guitars. Mostly it's coil split. They are mostly coil split. So yeah, that's about it. So maybe you can explain to me what's a coil tap later on, Todd. Rylan Slade, do you happen to know any good guitarists for funk? For what I know, a lot of good funk guitarists, they use tallies or they use Stratocasters. I've heard great bands from the States, especially from cities like Detroit and New York City. Back in the late '80s, we have American bands coming in, and great black show band. They're all black. They dance well, sing well, play well, and they are also funky with the horn section and everything. And most of them uses Stratocasters. Every now and then you get one or two with the tally. So yeah, it works. So yeah, I think tallies and Stratocasters are the norm for funk. Okay. Let's just do it, right? Talk. Just Google it and see what does it come out with. Coil tap. Coil tap is when a wire runs off to the pickup windings at certain points, somewhere short of the full amount. This means you can install a switch to select between a single coil, full output, or lower output, giving you two distinct levels of power from one pickup. Aha! So what it means is that coil tap is like a sort of output switch for any, be it a single coil or a humbucker, I guess. To have a coil tap means you can actually lower down the output of that particular pickup. Meaning, if I have, say, for example, a 59 hybrid, which incidentally has a real high output rate, I could install a coil tap which kind of like lessen the output, so you can have nicer, cleaner sound rather than the overdriven sound that you would get from a normal 59 hybrid. So, see, now I learned something. So that's a coil tap. A coil split is just what I said earlier, where you have a humbucker, and humbucker consists of two single coils, and a coil split means you cut off one and then you can use it. It's really useful for guitars like single humbucker. You can actually coil split, right? Coil split your bridge humbucker, so you have a real nice, if you're on position 4 and 5, or position 4 between the middle and the bridge pickup, you have a very nice stratty out of phase tone, which I love, incidentally. Or if you wanted to go for a single coil at the back, you can just do it by hitting the coil split. But if you are doing, say, for example, a same configuration, single double, and then you find that the humbucker is kind of a bit too overwhelming for let's say single, okay, just take it simple, single, and you find that the bridge single coil is a bit too overwhelming, and you want to kind of tone down a little bit to get a country twang, you can activate that coil tap and it will kind of like lessen the output. So it works. Okay, all I know is I took the G&L into the shop, and the old luthier there said he had a coil tap. Well, cool. Which G&L is that, Todd? Which guitar was that? Well, Jack Collins, the reason why I'm asking, I want to put them Seymour Duncans in my CST 24 Deluxe Harley Benton Emerald Green. That'll work. You could get a 59 on the neck and a 59 custom hybrid on the bridge. Yeah, that will cover quite a lot of genres. Unless you're like, basically wanted to go for a blues tone, then I would suggest maybe putting the Antiquity on the neck, and either a 59 if you want it to be toned down, or if you want more gain, then get a custom hybrid 59 on the bridge. That will work. Ooh, oh my good lord, that's like long time. That's 1984 G&L Super Hawk. Okay, so it has a call tab in it. Okay, cool. So it's up to you whether you want to keep that call tab or not. Hi Joe, how are you doing? Yeah. So Todd, it's up to you whether you want to keep the call tab. I would recommend that you keep the call tab. So there's this other options there, right? But if you have no need for it, then you can do away with that. You know. Soul Food number 7. Where are you from, Soul Food? Can I put a single coil in my Harley Benton Fusion 2? Put single coils in Harley Benton Fusion 2. Which one? Which Fusion 2 are you talking about? The one I just showed you, or which model are you talking about, Soul Food? I'm okay. I'm aching all over my whole body because I went cycling last morning. Yep, and it's been a while since I cycled 50K. So my target is 70K, at least by soon. So I'm taking in increments. So I went from 20 over 30 to 40. So I'm hitting 50 right now. So my next target will be 60. But in between, I'll be taking a short ride to kind of like ease up a little bit and just enjoy the ride, because there are times when I was going all out for the long distances and not enjoying the ride at all because you're like hitting the target. So I'm watching the cadence and I'm watching the speed, and it just takes the whole joy out of cycling. So last morning I was just riding, and I just wanted to enjoy the ride, and wow, I found out that I still have energy left for a little bit more, so I just went for 50K. And yeah, but now I'm feeling the hurt. The muscles that are aching that I never thought it was there in the first place. So even my bum hurts. Sitting on that seat for 50 kilometers is like no joke. A Luxscape. Iron Gear, nice. Alchemy P90s in Fusion 2. And they are hamburger shaped, so they fit well. Alright, that's good. Oh, okay. So foot. You can't. Well, it's gonna be ugly because and I think it's gonna be a big problem. You're putting single coils in a cavity that's meant for a humbucker. So one way to do is like what Luxscape has just mentioned. Maybe you put in a P90 that is shaped like a humbucker, and that will work. Yeah. But I don't like a tremolo on a tele for a tremolo rather than a fixed bridge. There's less sense of the classical chunky twang is a feature. Yeah, fine, Albert, but this is not really a tally. So I have two tallies. We have, I have a Squire modified tally, no tremolo arms. They're just strictly tallies, and I like tallies for what they are. But this is a hybrid. This is a fusion. So fusion, Rylan, I know you reviewed the guitar quite a while ago, but what are your thoughts on the this was 612. I like the guitar. I actually like the guitar, but I don't know whether this is the one that I requested. Because I wanted. There is a show that we are doing for Yamaha in Singapore, and they requested that we use their instruments. Like it's a good thing I had a Helix, because Yamaha Singapore is Yamaha bought over Helix Line 6 anyway, so it's a good thing. Let me just show you what I requested from them. Where is the same thing? Where are you? There we go. The 611 or 612? Okay, this is the 612. I requested for the 611, which is a single humbucker. I guess the 612 is the one with the P90s, right? Nice guitar. I actually quite liked it. Wait, or was it the other way around? Maybe. Oh no, this is the single humbucker, the 612. Nice guitar. Yeah, I kind of liked it. But after playing it, I find that it's really similar to some of the Harley Benton guitars, because they're mostly made. Yamaha guitars are made in Indonesia, so For all we know, they're probably made in the same factory. You know. They're great guitars. Oh yeah, they actually feel quite similar to the chord, the fat chord that I reviewed a couple of videos back. Almost the same feel, you know, except the chord has really unique pickups in it, you know, and that pickup remind me on a fat chord. It reminds me of the Seth Lever, a little bit of a Seth Lever kind of feel to it, you know, kind of sound to it. The chord G290. I'm talking about that. Yeah, it has the same feel as the that Yamaha Pacifica that you're talking about. Almost the same feel.
Now, like what I said in the last video with the 50 strat I have, basically the intonation and height adjustment for the setter is done by these two Allen keys which I provided. So basically you have this where you can...
What in the world is this? Delete. Why is this even here in iTunes? Smells so good. Guitar smells so good. There's this new guitar smell. This just came in to City Music a couple of days ago. This is the D18. Was it Z18 E 2020 for the year 2020 limited. It means that there's only 2,020 pieces of this in the world. It's a limited run. And because it's an E, it means that it's electronic, so it has an Arabex anthem installed, which is, I think, is so awesome. You can see that here, right? That's the Arabex, and it has a battery compartment right here and the output jack. Nice. Oh, I mean, this is like a dream guitar for me, and it's not really terribly expensive. You know? I mean, most Martin guitars are expensive in one way or another, but This is why it says genuine mahogany. What does it mean? The rest of the necks are not genuine. This is a mahogany neck. It's a better quality mahogany neck. What does it have? It has rosewood fretboard, which is interesting, and a heel cap. Nice. Nice. Nice, huh? You like it, Joe? Sorry. Sorry. Hi, Mikhail. I like this guitar a whole lot. There are 2020 limited pieces available. Anyway, so what were you asking? P90s have typical higher outputs in a single coil, so not exactly the same. I have this Ocean turquoise F2 as well, and the Alchemy looks and sound great. Yeah, okay. Thank you, suspended. Hi, Mikael. Okay, just ahead of you, right? So, okay. TY 1972, finally gonna catch live. You sound great. Thank you for sharing. Also, hello to everyone. Welcome, TY. But how do you deal with worn frets on acoustic guitars? Acoustic necks, unlike electric necks, cannot be replaced, right? They can be replaced, but if you go back to the original manufacturer, if provided they have the parts for it, and if not, you gotta pay a little bit more for them to kind of like do some modification or just build you a new neck. But people mostly don't do that unless they have a they have an acoustic guitar they like, for example, a pre-war Martin that they love, and the neck kind of snap off because of accident, and they probably had to build a new neck for that. If you have just worn out frets, just refret it. It's not too much of a hassle. And mostly guitars like the Martins and whatever you have, they don't use stainless steel, so it's pretty cheap. The reason why stainless steel guitars is a bonus for Harley Benton guitars is because stainless steel frets are really expensive, not because of the material, it's because of the work that you need to do to install stainless steel frets. I had to sit down with Hosen from Maestro, and sat down with Wayne, as you all know, and we discussed about stainless steel frets opposed to nickel frets. And it's because stainless steel is a hard material. In order to kind of like to work it to your fretboard, it takes a little bit more time. And the other thing is that if you have a plaque machine, for example, to install stainless steel guitars will wear out the tubes like at a rate of more than twice. Okay, it wears down the tubes, so you're gonna have wear and tear of the tools more. That's why the cost goes up, and that's why stainless steel frets are expensive. It's not the frets itself; it's installation. All right. There you go, intruder. You answer my question. What is Remarvitz? Yeah, where are you from, Remarvitz? Ordered a HB Fusion 2 TT roasted. Okay, arrives today. Pretty excited. Thanks for your great reviews and advice. You're welcome. Yeah, so I want to ask you about that. If you have the guitar with you right now, because they probably have done some adjustment. Like for example, the pickup switch. They've done the adjustment. If you have a guitar with you, Removitz, can you do dive bomb on your guitar? Does it go down all the way? Can you check that for me, please? Albert, yeah, technically just like single coil. Well, okay. The guitar sounds very crisp and bright. I love it. You're talking about the D18, right? Yeah, it's nice. It has a Martin sound, Joe, that's a deck get. A deck get means you have that's a D. Okay. So that D-A-D G-A-D. Deck get. So you have D for your bottom, and then A, same, D, same, and then you have G, same. But for the B string, you tone it down to a A. So for the B string, it becomes an A, and then for the E, high E, you tune it down to a D. So that get D-A-D G-A-D. It's a real nice open chord tuning, which I kind of fool around. I'm really not a master of it. I fool around with a couple of open tunings, like the E, open E, but I like the D a lot. I like the open D a lot. It's a great open tuning for song composition. I like to compose songs with open G, and sometimes I don't even do that. I would just go back to standard tuning. So only for that the B string, I'll tune back to B, but the high and low is still D, and the rest is the same. So I have D, A, D, G, B, D. Okay, so I could just do normal chord fretting instead of like doing. But it sounds really nice. This guitar is so responsive. I like guitars that responds to your touch. And this is one of them. So this is the D18E 2020 limited edition with the Arabex. Gonna do a review of this pretty soon in this couple of days. Hi Alan, how are you? Mikael Johansson, yeah, it's so easy on your G. Yeah, I know. I used to have a 9.6 what's it called, that the Variax, and it's so easy, and it's you can just do whatever tunings you want. It's pretty nice. Thank you, Joe. What? Seems he has a quarter Chinese heritage. Ooh, we thought this because of one fret in the neck itself could have trouble. Alright. Okay. Oh, okay. I have no idea what you're talking about, Albert. But welcome again, Alan. This one, this is another unique guitar which the guys in CD Music actually passed to me today. This is called the Martin America one. Yeah, pretty neat name for a guitar, right? This is America one, and it has interesting. It has a black walnut fretboard, walnut bridge, Adirondack spruce top. That's pretty cool. And yeah, you have the same. I don't know what is this. Let me just check. This is what Adirondack spruce top with sycamore. Wow, sycamore back and sides. Wow. Okay, so this sycamore back and side. Walnut, fret, Adirondack spruce top. Let's hear what it sounds like. Yeah. Maybe I should just move this out of the way. Okay. I tried this in the shop, and it sounds really nice. This plays really nice too. And I gotta tell you, like I told you guys before, the Martin guitar has Martin guitars have kind of evolved through the years, and now the neck is like such a joy to play, especially on the last the D18 Modern Deluxe that I played. That guitar was like a dream. It has a dream neck, and these guitars are all really nice to play, easy. This is really nice. I mean, you guys probably can't hear it, but from where I'm sitting, the Adirondack spruce top sounded really nice. Yeah, it's a different tone from. I like this. I like the sound of this top, this Adronet Spruce top. It's very different from the D18. D18 has its own characteristic, but this sounds really good. Just try it with the that gap. Let's try with a that gap. So because these are guitars that came in from a shop, you know, normally if a guitar has been accustomed to the climate change and everything, it should, you know, even if I tune down, like, you know, to a dead get, the rest of the strings doesn't really go terribly out of tune. In this case, it does. So it's well, I guess it's been in the shop for a long time, and air conditioning and everything. So it's pretty humid these days in Singapore, and the temperature is like really crazy. Woohoo! I like it. Let's go back to normal standard tuning with the drop D. Interesting. Yeah. I broke a sweat too, which is always good. Alright, so where were we? Annabelle, how are you? Welcome. Okay, Albert. Alright. Alan, great sound from the Martin. They just keep getting better. Yes, they do, Alan. The only thing I'm not really too keen about the Martin Guitar Company is that, well, the prices are really high. You know, it's really kind of expensive. Very much unaffordable for the working musician. But they make great guitars, you know, and it's been like a staple for most modern music, and that's why everybody would like to have a Martin guitar, you know. So I don't know. Hi, Ronnie Liu. Yes, thank you, Mikhail. They're great guitars. Albert John, I think you can put a piezo pickup on that, Tali, so that you can do some acoustic job. No, I will not do that. It doesn't sound good. I worked with piezo pickups for years. You know, I had them on my Parker Fly back then. I had some, even like, you know, the acoustic guitar simulation from the Variax didn't sound great to me. I'm very particular about acoustic guitar sound, and that's the reason why from a GS-Mini I never opted for a Fishman pickup or anything like that, even though they're cheaper alternatives. I rather splurge on the RBX because I think they're one of the best pickup systems around for acoustic guitar. I'm sure there are a lot of others, and I'm pretty sure that Fishman has some high-end models that sound way better than the RBX Anthem, you know. But yeah, again, it's about the question of cost. Mike, okay, I love the way you add all those embellishments everywhere. Thank you, Mike. Andrew, hi Andrew. Okay, so you're talking to, alright, it's cool. Where are you? Pooh, hi you. How are you, Pooh? Really like acoustics. I suck at playing them. You know what, LaBelle, okay, before we go on, okay, I'm gonna do some. There's this super chat thing, super whatever you call it, what is super sticker and everything. You want to buy me coffee, just go ahead and do it. Okay, I gotta get it out of the way, just plug it. So if you want to buy me coffee, just do it. So getting back to LaBelle, to tell you the truth, I'm not an acoustic guitar player. I really suck at acoustic guitar player. The reason why I took up acoustic guitar was because I wanted to learn songs that I love back in the days. And you know, you had just little books where you have like the lyrics, and then you have the chords and stuff like that, and you just kind of play along and sing along and learn, you know, learn how songs are composed in a way. So that's how I got started. But I really suck at acoustic guitar. You know, you can tell that, you know, what some of my friends, or so-called well-meaning friends, have noticed that my fingers look like they're retarded. In a way, yes, because I learned guitar not through a teacher. I'm basically self-taught, and I get all these questions coming in all the time in the channel about, dude, why don't you use a pinky? You know, you're shortchanging yourself, and they are giving me all sorts of advice. You know, I know I've heard it thousands and thousands of times, and it gets to be irritating to a point. But the fact of the matter is that, you know, I kind of like learn guitar my own way. I didn't go to a teacher. I couldn't afford to go to Berkeley. I couldn't afford to go to MI. I couldn't afford even to take lessons from a good teacher. So I'm basically self-taught. So this fingering that I have, it looks weird and awkward, but you know, I came to the point where I decided I'm just gonna concentrate on making music, and I don't give a shit about what people talk about my fingerings and stuff like that. I couldn't be bothered. You know, I just want to just make music. So for you, LaBelle, you know, you don't shortchange yourself. This is what I'm going to tell you. Not about the use of your fingers and whatever it is. Don't shortchange yourself with the fact that you are capable to do great things on acoustic guitar if you choose to. All you need to do is to set your mind on it. I'm basically an electric guitar player. I never did any recordings on acoustic guitar before 1992. Alright, so I've been playing since 1983, and I played for years without an acoustic guitar. I kind of like concentrated more on electric guitars, and when I went to work in the studio, I started having acoustic guitar dates where people just keep on asking me to play acoustic guitar for sessions, and I don't even have an acoustic guitar, so I bought a cheap Ovation guitar just to get by, just to earn the extra cash. And found out that, hey, dude, I can actually do recordings and sessions on acoustic guitar, so I decided to invest in my Taylor 512. And that's how I started learning. And playing acoustic guitar for recordings is a chore in a way. It comes to a point where you don't want to think about anything other than to play according to the click. And the worst part of a recording acoustic guitar is when the clicks start coming in and it's just you, you know. So if you're gonna play, and you know, tuk, 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 you know, and you got to like come in on the spot, And half the time, I mean, most of the time I'll miss the first beat because my mind will be somewhere. And doing acoustic guitar takes so much focusing because you have to focus on the chord changes and stuff and little nuances, stuff like that. And it takes a whole lot of focus. And if you're hungry, if you're famished, and your stomach is growling, it'll be picked up by the microphone. You know, I have occasions where I'm doing a acoustic guitar session and the growl in my stomach was picked up by the microphone. And that was not funny for the producer, but it was funny for me and the engineers. So, you know, and you need to have a whole lot of focusing to really focus on the job at hand. And that's acoustic guitar playing. But if you're gonna pick it up as like for stage work and stuff like that, yeah, fine, go on ahead. Just remember that whatever you're doing on the electric guitar and the acoustic guitar, not all are the same. Certain things, it takes certain discipline, you know, to kind of like control what you usually do on it. You just cannot apply what you do on the electric guitar on the acoustic guitar. You know, in case you don't know what I mean. So there's something to think about. You get there, LaBelle. Hey, Leonard, thank you for the coffee. We should go cycling, man. Yeah. In fact, we should go cycling after this. Are you up for it, Leonard? Anyway, so what is that? Okay, Jack. I've been playing for 40 years and I suck at playing. Yeah, that's the same thing, right, Jack? I'm why I spoke to LaBelle about. It's the same thing, you know. Don't give up. You know, just persevere. You get there someday. You know. Andre Wibuwo. All my guitars are high end. No, not all of them. In fact, I guess you just joined the channel. If you've been with my channel long enough, you know that I'm not someone who goes for high end guitars. Yeah, I go for working guitars. Most of the guitars that you see does not belong to me in my videos, like the Maestros, you know, those expensive guitars, the PRSs and all that. They don't belong to me. I just do the reviews for them because I find them interesting, and I just want to review on this guitar because they look really interesting and sound interesting. I mean, most of the Martins that I review, they don't belong to me. You know, where in the world would I put them, right? I only own the D35 because I fell totally in love with D35. I still do. Right? And Andrew Waken, wow, that was crazy fast. I had a guitar and some. Okay, that's cool. I've been having dumb second thoughts about whether I really want to buy it and then wait for it to arrive. Which it seems I will have gotten it along. Oh yes, and you know what? The worst thing, Andrew, is that while you're deciding on where to get it, it runs out of stock. When you finally decide to get it, I've been there, done that. Okay, Jack. The last thing I ordered from Toman took 3 months to get here. Wow, well that's pretty long. Oh, that's because of the COVID-19. Apparently, they have improved the shipping situation right now, so they're starting to ship faster right now, I guess. The Hound. Oh man, it's been a long time, Hound. I haven't seen you for a long time. 5 business days from my last order from Toman to Michigan. Wow, that's pretty fast. Mr. M. Dogan, Sagaroglu. Is that how you pronounce his name? What was my first guitar? Yeah, I mentioned that a long time ago in this couple of live stream ago. My first guitar was a acoustic. It's a cheap acoustic which my dad bought for me. I was like age 14, and he has action that high, and it was a horrible guitar. It has a coconut inlay on somewhere in the guitar, you know. And it was okay. It was a horrible guitar to play, but I play on it, you know, religiously until I guess one of my cousins took pity on me and gave me his Congress. Have you remember this brand called Congress guitar? Leonard, do you remember? Yeah, and it was all mahogany. It was a nice looking guitar, and I love that guitar to bits. Yeah. Don't beat yourself to death. Thank you, Mike. You're always so encouraging. Alan, my Toman shopping time to UK are slow. My last order took 3 weeks. We're not that far from Bavaria. Yeah, I mean, it fluctuates every now and then. You know, that's the delivery time. I have 2 guitars that's supposed to come in for review from Harley Benton. I still haven't received them, and it's been quite a while. Normally, when I order a guitar from Tom Mann, it takes me about a week, tops. You know. Pooh, I'm ordering from Tom Mann early in October. We'll see how long it takes, including delay due to asking for a setup before shipping. Do they do that? You actually can do that? I don't know. I haven't tried doing that, like asking them to set up my guitar before they ship to me. Removitz, my first order from Tom Mann was about 2 months ago. It took 6 days as well from Germany to Illinois in the US. It's fast. 6 days. Yeah, that's what I would expect. Albert, shipping from America to Singapore, horrible. Ship to China, Taiwan, way more horrible. Jack Collins, I live in the US, and it took them 3 months to send me a kit guitar, and then I was building for a friend. Oh, that's not. Worry about practicing more and not worrying about what other things will say, especially people out there on the internet. They can be extremely cruel for no reason. Yeah, you're right, Pooh. Hi Chris, how are you? Have you finished your work? Hey Pascal, comment allez-vous? Yeah, good morning. Yes, Congress, right? Yeah, so you remember, Leonard. Yeah, the Congress guitar. Yeah. No, I don't have that guitar with me anymore. It's been long gone. I think I practically played to death. I had a string with steel strings, and then hurt me so much that I restrung it to nylon string. Then I strung it back to steel, and it's back and forth every now and then when I have like really, you know, when it gets really tough. But I persevered with the guitar for years, and until I went on to another guitar. Bien, Pascal, bien. When is my birthday? Dogan, are you buying me a guitar on my birthday? My birthday is in October. October the 27th, to be precise. That's my birthday. Pooh, they say they do by X time. We'll see. I'm talking about the delivery date. I was able to send some stuff here to Singapore. And it take 1 day shipping. Yeah, I mean, Philippines to Singapore is like, you know, a little fast. No. Not yet. Have a 9 a.m. presentation with McCann in Singapore. Oh, really nice. Cool. 9 a.m. You should be in bed, young boy, young man. Hi, Luis Figura. Nice to see you. Okay, Dogan, I'll wait. Where is this? What is this? Hey, Jack. Love you, man. Thank you for the coffee. Oh, really, Dwight? Really? Nice. We can celebrate our birthdays together. What say I do a live stream on my birthday? Let me check the date. 27th October is on... 27th October. Cool. 27th October is on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's on Tuesday, October 27th. So we have a live stream then, and we can celebrate anyone's birthday who happens to be on October. I guess. Yes, LaBelle, I've seen it, and actually, I wanted to review that guitar. But unfortunately, they told me that they can only send 2 guitars at one time. So I decided not to do that. I opted for the Amarak, and then the Dullahan, the headless guitar. So I'm just waiting for it to come. I'm good. 108. How are you? Thank you, Albert. So how are you doing, Jack? Are you doing okay? Rabbit, Jack, Rabbit. We got 2 Jacks here. Hey, Pix, how are you? Okay. My wife left. Oh no, really? My wife left me for buying a broken Harley Benton. You sure? Andrew, I love the look of that Amarak. Can't wait for you, demo. Yeah. That guitar kind of like caught my eye, and I wanted to actually, I wanted to have the CLC 65 because it has that sort of a cutaway. We call that, what you call that? The it looks like like what they did on a Maestro guitar. The bevel. Yeah, the bevel. So it looks pretty interesting and it looks nice. So I just Anyway, next time around. Leonard, do you get to keep the guitars from Toman after you? Yes, I do. I do get to keep them. Dogan, thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. What, fretless guitar? No, I haven't played one yet. Interesting though. I don't see any fretless guitars on Toman's website. If you guys see any, let me know. It'd be good to play it. Jack, okay, smoke seems to be gone for the most part and I can see the sun again. Here comes the sun. Yep, I know what you mean, Jack. We in Singapore, we know exactly what you Californians are going through. Maybe not so much because the danger is real there, but I'm talking about the haze and the smoke and the inhalation of smoke. Yeah, man. I mean, in Singapore we have the haze from Indonesia, and it gets so bad. I guess even Chris in Philippines will have that too, and I know what you mean. So I'm glad the sun is out for you guys. What's the brand of this guitar, John? Pascal? This is same. Oh, okay. Since you guys are all here right now, I'll just do one more introduction. What is this? This is a Martin America one. For you patriotic Americans out there, you might just want to think of getting one. Okay, so it's the Martin America one. Adirondack spruce top. What is this? What did I say? Good Lord, my memory's gone. This is a sycamore. Yeah, sycamore back and side. And then it has a rosewood fretboard with a mahogany neck, if I'm not mistaken. This is a mahogany neck. Alright? Yeah, correct. That's about it. Open back tuners. Nice. It's based, okay, this is based on the D18 design, except Adirondack spruce top and sycamore back and sides. But it sounds really different. Yeah. So this is America 1. And then you have this. This is the D18 D18E 2020. Basically, this is a limited edition. You have only 2,020 pieces of this in all over the world, right? So E means it's electronic, so it has Arabex Anthem installed. And this is a pretty nice guitar too. It has spruce top, thicker spruce top. I think it's mahogany side and back. Let me just confirm this. Yep, mahogany back and side. So this is basically a D18 scallop, forward bracing, and that's about it, right? Arabex Anthem. Nice. This is another great sounding guitar. Now all the guitars are in open D. It has a different feel. It's a little bit more tamer than the Adrian deck. The Adrian deck kind of like projects out a little bit more, but this has this warm, nice tone. I'm not in that yet. Drop beat. Sorry, I need to cut my fingernails because I haven't been playing guitar for the last 3 days. I decided to take a break, so I haven't touched the guitar for 2.5 days, or 3 days. Needed a break, but this is a great guitar. So this is the D18 E2020 limited edition. Nice. So yeah, just watch for the review for this too. And all right, Chris, take care. Thanks for your support, Chris. 108. What's a smoke? It's a humidifier. Yeah. Whoa, microtonal with Fretboard. That's nice. I'll show you in IG. Okay. Alright, Chris. Have you listened to GOAT by Phonofury? Some pretty interesting guitar bits. No, I have not. There's a whole lot of music out there that I haven't like listened for a long time, you have fires in Colorado too? Wow. Vuger is the only fretless guitar I know of. They make the crazy aluminum neck. Nice. They're all over the place. Oregon isn't doing too well, I hear. I hope you're staying safe, Duncan, which neck you prefer by electric guitar? Rosewood, ebony, or maple? I like gosh, I don't know. All all three that you mentioned, but not rosewood, I guess. Mahogany necks are nice. Maples are nice. You know, those are the staple. And ebony neck would be pretty good because they're really solid. You know, hard wood for necks. I think that's nice. And Jack the Rabbit. Oh, you have a. Oh yeah, Jack. Has the maestro guitar arrived yet? Have your maestro guitar arrived yet? Arabex, and I have that in my breed love. Martin or Taylor? Mike, I used to be a Taylor fan. And okay, so watch out because I have a Taylor coming in. I'm going to tell you what model it is. I just got the message today. It's been set up right now, so once it's all set up, you'll probably pass it to me. It's a Taylor's Builder's Edition, 717E, I guess, with electronics. So yeah, I'm waiting for that. That seems to be like a high-end Taylor guitar. So yeah. What? Okay, so Pascal, I have learned that chewing gum was forbidden in Singapore. Yep, and you want to know why? You want to know why? Let me know, and I will tell you why. Pascal, Martin guitars are good, but price is too much for me. You're right, you're right. And so are Taylors. Taylors are also expensive. Hi, Famer, I see you. Hey, why do strings lose their intonation if not changed? Because the composition of the material will deteriorate in time because of the perspiration and the salty content from your fingers. And oxidization is another one of them. So that's why the strings go kind of wonky after a while when you're not tuning it, when you're not using it and left out and with the deposit. That's why it's always a good practice to kind of wipe down your guitar neck after playing. You know? If I don't change my string every couple of weeks, depending on how much I play, they start to go flat. The higher I go up, that's what happens. Thank you, Pix. You know, thank you. Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, hit the like button, guys. Before you go, hit the like button. We have at one time we had 40 people over here, so that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, okay. I see enough likes up there. Some old models of Morris guitar sound like, yes, you're right, Pascal. Yes, you're right. We. Yes. Everyone thumbs up right now. Not yet. I haven't heard anything from T Energy. This is bad, Jack. Hi, Francis. You know what, Jack? I posted something in the community page about how Maestro actually does free international shipping. So if you haven't heard anything from them yet, you might want to cancel that order from North American Guitar and deal directly with Maestro Guitar in Singapore. They do. You know, Jose was telling me they do international shipping. So you want to call them. You might want to get hold of them, right? I'm doing good, Francis. Good Lord. New guitar day. See, you know, the one that is having all the expensive guitar is not me, it's Jack the Rabbit. He has all the great guitars. Thank you, Pitts. Thank you so much. Pascal, because pollution on the ground, I think, for chewing gums. No. The reason why they banned chewing gum is because when we first implemented the subway system for Singapore subway system was implemented not very long ago. It was like during the 80s or early 80s. Yeah, mid to early 80s. Yeah, I guess it's about 82, 83, somewhere around that. Wait, maybe more than that. 84, 85, or somewhere around that. 83, 84. And when we started having subways or systems all over the island, the authorities found out that there were like chewing gum everywhere, and there were chewing gums on the train, under the seat, in the train, and on the doors, especially on the doors where it gets stuck. Especially at the groove where the doors are sliding in the groove, and then you have the chewing gum there. And it was getting to be such a hassle that the government just decided to do something that is draconian, really draconian, and just ban chewing gum outright. For the fact that you had chewing gum all over the cinemas. Yeah, I remember when I used to go to the cinemas, I had to be very careful where I sit. I always check my seat and where I'm stepping, because in the dark you don't know what you're stepping on. There are a whole bunch of stuff there. So they decided to ban chewing gum outright, and that's how it got started. Right? I'll be waiting for your news, Jack, when you move on the 1st of October. Too bad I'm not able to there to help. I hope everything goes well too. Thank you, Pitts. Thank you so much. 108. Thanks a lot. I thought I was still somehow mistaken. I think almost everyone told me it was my guitar, but I know that's not the case. Yes. Thank you, 108. Now, you know what you should do? You know what you guys should do? You guys should check out this video by James Taylor, of all person. Okay, it's an interesting video that I saw. I'm gonna give you guys the link. Where he talks about tuning, how he approached tuning, and I thought that was a great insight coming from this great master. Just give me a second, right? Oh my good lord, where is it? Playlist. Okay, see all. Just give me a second, okay? I just saw it like a couple of days ago, maybe yesterday. It's great. The way he explains it, I agree totally, because through the years of playing an acoustic guitar, that's what the same problem that he highlighted is the same problem that I faced. Where is he? It's not in my history, which is kind of weird. Wait. If I can't find it, I have to search for it. I think it's a great video for you guys, especially you guys who are playing acoustic guitar like Jack. Unless you guys saw the video and then no, I don't have it. So let me just search. Who are we talking about? James Taylor. Alright, here you go, James Taylor. He has a channel. You should check out his channel. It's really good. Videos. Okay. My channel, mastering. He teaches how he plays certain songs. And he's a great guy. He's so full of humor. Where is it? I don't see it now. Wait, I just do a search. Tuning. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna give you the link now. Okay, just check out this this video, right? This is from James Taylor, the man himself. And listen to what he has to say about tuning. He would like tune slightly, like cents. Talking about cents, flatter than what we usually tune to, so that as you go up, as you play, it stays perfectly in tune. Then again, disclaimer: it could be because of the way his guitar has been made. I don't know. It could be, but I guess what he's explained, I can understand, because it happens to the guitars that I play too. Even on the Harley Bentons or the Taylors or the Taylor or the Martin I do face the same problem where, you know, sometimes your G would go flat sharp, you know, certain like, especially your G string on the A note, you know, on the second fret it will go sharp. So, and that's how he compensates for it in a way. It's truly interesting. Okay, have you tried a 12 string? I did a review, Dwight, on it's a Harley Benton 12 string guitar that looks like one of the famous guitar around. Anyway, yeah, nice, but it's for certain usage only. I don't think it's for every song for all songs. I would love to record on the 12 string electric one day. I think that would be cool. Dwight, I have personally banned chewing gum for the last few decades. Have you ever tried a double neck like Led Zeppelin? No, Famer. That will break my back. It's gonna be really heavy, you know. And if you don't notice, I have like a kind of slope shoulder because of my days as a combat engineer. Yeah, this is part of my injury that I incurred during my stint in the military. I was building bridges and all that, so you know. Anyway, I mean, there's a whole lot of explanation. It could be the fact that, you know, I've been carrying guitars for the longest time. I don't know. So I don't want to carry anything too heavy these days. Jack, I talked to Raymond, but he did not have a mahogany back and sides with a deck top anymore, only rosewood. I also wanted matte finish, and no abalone puffling. They don't have one at Maestro. You know what, Jack? If that's the case, why don't you ask them to make one for you? If you can wait, you know, and then let them send it to you directly instead of waiting for North America guitar. That's just a thought, right? Hi, Gun. Where you from, Gun? I will contact TNAG and see what they say. I may just cancel and try to find something else from them. Yeah. You know what? Later on, maybe I'll just give you a text on Facebook Messenger just to explain to you. Yeah, just look out for my text, alright, Jack? Dwight, a pedal room would try the Dano if I come to left too. Okay, I'm just moving my studio so I can make some tracks to send you. Oh, cool. I'm taking over the third bedroom so I can actually do some professional recording again. Cool. Yeah, I can't wait, right? I think at like 7 p.m. my time. Okay, cool. I'll try to be there. Wally, hey there, Francis. Okay. Oh, Wally's here. All right. It's Todd. I saw a video of a guy who tested out Taylor's tuning method and compared to standard. It was very interesting. Yeah. Take a look at the video I sent you. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I subbed to him straight after I found out that he has a channel. It's so cute, you know. So yeah, he's great. Famer, how was your week been? Thank you for asking, Famer. It's been challenging. I managed to clear a whole lot of guitars, the reviews. And right now I have only these two Taylors with me. These two Martins with me, and I have a Taylor coming maybe tomorrow. And then I have a couple of stuff from Cerebus. They're sending me stuff from Taiwan, I guess. So the guys in Cerebus reach out to me, so I'm just waiting for the stuff. I'm getting the Nux, right? I want to review the Nux. That'd be interesting. And there's a couple of pedals, multi effect stuff that they have right now. What else? And now, of course, the Harley Benton guitars that's supposed to arrive anytime now. Okay, my week. Yeah, it's been pretty good because the past guitars that I reviewed was pretty interesting, and I kind of like them, especially the Headway guitar, which I found to be really nice. I've always been impressed with the Headway guitars, and that guitar was a sweet sounding guitar. I was actually thinking of doing a cover, but I was like thinking of going back to work on my arrangements, and which I was supposed to. But it's so hard to get the engine started, and I'm just trying to get my engine started to start work, on my arrangement, which I probably will in a couple of days' time. But in the meantime, there's a whole lot of stuff happening. Like there was a chance for me to spend some quality time with the family. So I went cycling with my wife and my firstborn and my son-in-law on Friday night. It was fun. And I went cycling. I'm trying to come back to cycling in the most aggressive way, if possible, because I need to get out of this chair, because this chair is killing me. And have you ever noticed, like, sometimes when you sit down in a chair for too long when you're doing work or whatever you do, and then when you stand up you find that your feet were swollen, that you find that your feet is somehow grown a little bit bigger and waterlogged? It's just because you've been sitting on a seat for too darn long. And that's the reason why I decided to go back to cycling, and try to do more distance, and to enjoy the ride as much as possible. This one of the topics I want to talk to you guys about tonight is about how unhealthy we are when we sit down as musicians or as people who makes music. I'm talking to you, Jack, too. I know you're pretty fit, but guys like you who, like Todd and Francis, you guys spend a whole lot of time looking at a computer screen, and working stuff out, playing and stuff like that. That's all fine for the soul, for the heart. But I guess for the body, for the physical body, is not really good. You need to get out and do some cardio, and get your old ticker working, that you should, So that's why I picked up cycling about 3 years back, because I had shingles. I was producing a whole lot of stuff then, and I was so overworked that I had shingles, and it was primarily triggered by stress, and I had it went around. It was pretty bad, I was so weak, and yeah, it hurts, and I was on medication for for about a month. It took me a month plus to recover. And right after that, I went to Italy and found out that the beauty of lemons. So I started taking lemons, half a lemon in the morning, and it helped. And then I started taking exercises. So I went into cycling, and that's how I got into shape. And I saw my weight going down. I used to have a big tummy. I still have a tummy right now, but it used to be really big. And I had it gone after spending a whole lot of time on the bicycle. And and I never fall sick after that. I never had my flu or stuff. In fact, my immune system just kind of improved tremendously, and that's because of exercises. And the work that I do, or the work that we do as musicians, sometimes sitting on our butt for so long, we do nothing but just sitting on our butt and playing guitar in our lap. Doing programming, editing and stuff. This is not good for us. So I choose to come back to cycling because I've been doing all these videos for the longest time, for 2 years right now. And I find that, I love it. It's a passion for me to do videos for you guys and for myself. But it's not good for my physical well-being. And that's what has been going on my mind the last week. So thank you for asking, Famer. And that's what's been happening. So I did a 50 km ride last morning, and I feel so good. I feel so great. It's just that now my whole body aches a little bit. It happens every time after I do a long ride, and I'm trying to get progressively further and further from the 50 km to hit 60 and 70 in the coming days or weeks. And we'll see how it goes. I just want to take it slow. Just want to get on my bike. Yeah. Okay, so where are we going? Pascal, what model of Harley Benton acoustic guitars you advise? Ooh, good question, Pascal. Magnifique. This is the Harley Benton CLD 41. You have CLD 41? CRD 41. If you want to buy a Harley Benton acoustic guitar, get this one. This is worth getting. Okay, strings are old. Sounds really good, you know. I'm really impressed with this guitar, and at a fraction of the cost, so it's like, you know, crazy. And if you want to hear more, you can actually listen to some of the covers that I did. I think I did what song did I did with this? A couple of songs that I did with this guitar with the Martin, and it complements each other. You know, it's really nice. So yeah, Pascal, this is one guitar you should buy. Jack, I have to tune by ear. I never found a tuner accurate enough for my ear. I use a tuner to get close, then finish by ear. That's nice. That's interesting. Yeah. Todd, you might 0.3 hertz off. Mix the vintage 12 string lefty and just as good. I can use a tuner either. I have to use the harmonic resonance. That's nice. Todd, oh my god, John, yep, you need to exercise more. I truly needed this message right now. See, I'm talking to you, Todd. Hi, Hans, from Sweden. How are you? Welcome. Hey, Jarvis, how are you? You should come and cycle with me, Jarvis. Francis, you're right, John. I got to get back to cycling too. I had a special recumbent bicycle that works great for me with my backpack. Just have not got off on mine much, but need to do so before the winter. Oh man, you know where you're staying at, Francis. You got great weather, you know, great environment. You guys should go biking. If I was staying in North America, I would bike every day before breakfast. Yeah, I mean, in Singapore, you know, it gets kind of hard because the traffic is really bad, especially in the daytime. Hence the reason why I cycle after midnight. You know, when you guys are staying in the suburbs, or you know, you can just take a short ride. It don't have to be a long ride. Every day, you know, just about half an hour, maybe about 20 km. 20 km. You're gonna do 30 an hour. Short ride back home, eat your breakfast, and do whatever you're gonna do every day. And then I'll tell you, it works wonders for your ear as well as your body. Yeah. H3 sounds good. Yes, Pascal. Sounds great. This is an old string. You know, I haven't changed the string for the longest time. I should change it soon. I think the computer is worse for the mind. Yes, Matt. Computers are really bad. Yeah, but it does the work. You know, so. And Mel Hansen, yes, I thought about a new side guitars from Larry Carlton. Yes, but I do not know where to get the side guitars from. So kind of hard to review when I don't know where it's coming from. Daniel Kelly. Oh, you guys are on. I haven't seen you guys around. Mel Hansen, where you from, Mel? Or Mal? Eh? Daniel, where you from? What Harley Benton electrics would you get? Would I get? Right now, this current moment, I would get the what's that? Pascal, sorry. Excusez-moi. You were asking me another question. You mean Harley Benton custom line? Yes. B. That's the one I'm trying to ask you to get. Yes. Sorry. Which Harley Benton electric would I get? I'll just show you the Oh, I didn't show you guys. Do I have to click it down again? The Fusion T HH. That's the one I would get. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Mr. Hansen, you're Danish. You live in France. Okay. Good. We got Europeans. Yeah, quite a number of Europeans. Alan is from England. I'm missing Ian. Yeah. haven't seen him for a long time, for the longest time. Todd, John, okay, you need to put one of those little generators on your bike to power a small. You play some guitar too, win-win. No, I'll probably end up in the hospital. It's not easy, you know, to balance yourself on a bike without your hands on the handlebar. It's not easy. Dwight, cycling is great fun. Be careful, I was hit by a car, that's why I'm now lefty. Lost some flexibility. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about riding a bike. I have been into scrapes before, you know. I was nearly killed by, I was nearly killed twice by taxis, you know. You don't do anybody any favor by shouting at them or throwing a water bottle at them, because they don't care. You know, these guys are safely tucked behind the wheel. But as cyclists, you know, we try to do our best to ride defensively. But there are times when fatigue sets in and you kind of like lose your concentration, and sometimes, you know, things happen. So it's a lesson to me. Like last night, this last morning, I nearly got myself into a scrap. That's because I wasn't concentrating, and there was a traffic light that says red, stop, and I went across, and there was this car who just picked up speed, and he honked at me, and I kind of like say sorry, and that was bad. It happens. So I had to remind myself to be like really focused when I'm riding a bike, you know. And it's my life we're talking about. It's your life we're talking about. So safety first, always. You're the slave master, Todd. You're keeping him busy, huh? Daniel, yes, you're from the U.S. Which part of the U.S. are you from? Danielle, hey John, love your playing and videos. Always fun to see the new gear you pick up. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel. And what is something that City Music sent me something because of the participation of a song. But they did a National Day song for our National Day in Singapore, and so I was playing guitar for it, and they just wanted to show me some appreciation, so they sent me this. I haven't tried this yet. This is the MC5 150. It's a studio headphone from Mackie. So I'm gonna open it. Normally, I for my studio, I use a Sony 7506. These are my favorite. Right, so these are my favorite headphones, all-time favorite. I have two of this. I used this countless times in the studio when I was doing a whole lot of sessions, and these are the most comfortable. So I'm very particular about what I put on my ears these days. So I don't know about these headphones. They look pretty neat though. I have a mind to do an unboxing video of this, so I may not open this. It's a closed bag. Alright. I'll do an unboxing of this. Yeah, just wait for the video. This is what we call a teaser. Alright, so I'm keeping busy. Hey John, okay, EW. Have you played? Yeah, no, I have not played a side guitar yet, you know. Sorry, EW. Todd, I can't even keep up with Ian. Yeah, he's like really busy. He's like doing videos almost like every day. The song every day. Some of his songs are really nice. I heard a couple of them. Ian's a hit making machine. You said it. Philippe Brogard, bonjour, mon ami. Ah, bonjour. Comment allez-vous? Pascal, do you prefer cedar or spruce for acoustic guitar? For the top? Spruce top. Yeah, I like spruce top. In fact, now I kind of really prefer the Adrian deck. Yeah, I think it sounds a little bit different. Yeah, more expensive though. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Many feet, huh? Todd, the padded room. Wait. There's one. I do not think I've seen anyone put out so much great materials one right after another. Yeah, he's on a roll. Ian's on a roll. He's a great brother. I had a great time with him because I spoke to him on the phone, on Messenger, I guess. And we had a great time, conversing. He's really an intelligent fella. Being a lecturer and all that, Yeah. Great guy. So I want to ask you guys a question. What do you think of the Vega-Trem tremolo system? One thing I have to tell you is that even though I love the tremolo system, I don't think it's how should I say, if you're just starting out playing guitar and you do not know whether this tremolo playing style suits you, then you might just stick to your original tremolo system. The Vega-Trem is essentially for those who does a whole lot with the tremolo system, like guys like me who likes to wang the tremolo bar, and he incorporates that into his style of playing, and that I think the Vega-Trem really is a top-notch addition to your guitars. The other tremolo system that comes close to it is the Fretboard system, which to me is to me, okay, so don't kill me, don't lynch me. For me, I think it's redundant because I think the Vega-Trem does what the Fretboard does without any routing, without any changing of the locking nut and stuff like that. There is another brand that one of my subscribers actually highlighted to me, which is from Europe, which I will look into. He says that this is much affordable than the Vega-Trem. But when I look at the Vega-Trem, I was initially when I first did my research on the Vega-Trem system, I was actually was taken slightly aback by the price. I thought that's pretty pricey for a tremolo system. But when I got the first shipment, which I fixed onto my white Strat, right, this one. Oh, this is a bit overblown, right? Oh, let me see. It's just okay. When I fix it on this, yeah. So when it first came in, I was kind of taken aback by the quality of the workmanship and of the material, and I go, okay, let's justify the cost. And but I wasn't really too sure about it. Okay, that's why it costs so much, because of the fine workmanship and the fine machining of the parts and all that. But there's still a doubt whether does it really work, and even if it does work, does it work good? So after installing it, I go, wow, this is really great. It's so cool, right? So it's nice, and the fact of the matter is it's like I don't even have lock-in tuners on my traditional Strat. This is like the closest old style tuners, which I love. And I'm not changing anything in this. It's just the Vega-Trem and this. And then the Fusion HHT, I had it stock. There's lock-in tuners in it, but the only thing I changed is the Vega-Trem, and it works fine. So, what do you guys think? I want to know what you guys think, actually. Hi, Don. This is the second time I see you, Don. Yeah. Todd, John, I have a little idea. Get a GoPro cam from your bike and do small 1 minute or something. Well, actually, I have all these videos with me because I have 2 cameras on my bike. I spent like 3,005 Singapore dollars on my carbon bike, which weighs like 7 kg. But my wife insisted that I had a cyclic plus on my front, which double as a light as well as a camera, and a cyclic back, which double as a light and a camera. So I have these two cameras that weighs down the bike. I have a speaker system on my water bottle. So the bike now weighs about 9 kg. Yeah, and I'm always recording when I go out. So if you guys want to see it, I can post some of these videos out. I was actually planning to post some videos out, but I found out that it didn't record well, so I got to do a reformat. And yeah, the next time I go cycling, I would post. Yeah, if you like that, if you guys like that. Todd, I installed a Dosenberg less Trem 2 on my 339. It's cool. No, I haven't tried. That's Dosenberg. Interesting. Powell, how are you? Where are you from, Powell? You sound like you're European, but which part of European? East European? East Europe? Hi, Bruce Valero. How are you? Oh, you love the Vega-Trem, Pascal. Good. Vega-Trem, the best, my friend. Yeah. Any feet, huh? Good. I like it. I like the fact that it's easy to install. I actually installed the Harley Benton Fusion THH on my lap. If you saw the video, the whole installation was done on my lap. I didn't even do like what I did for this guitar on the table and everything. It was done virtually on my lap all the time. So great. Hey, Orange Quest, 7 kg. Yeah. It's a full carbon giant propel, Pascal, and for the back and side of the acoustic guitar, mahogany. You're talking about the CRD. It's walnut. Well, maybe just walnut. I don't know whether it's walnut laminated, but it's stated as walnut. So it has a different tone to it. Interesting. Todd, look into my eyes, Todd. If you can see my eyes, look into my eyes, Todd. You're gonna give me all the guitars that you own, the good ones, the good ones. Calvin Kim. Where are you from, Calvin Kim? Discovered your channel recently. You're a great player and I dig your vibe. Peace and love. Thank you, Calvin. You are Korean, Kevin? I could do that. I could do the same thing to you, Francis. Blues Valero, is the distance between the holes on the bridge on the whammy bar standard on all? Okay, that's a great question. You're talking about a Vega-Trem, right? That's a good idea, Francis. Yeah, Todd, pass me the GNL. Sorry, I'm distracted. Sorry, Blues Valero. The Vega-Trem comes in two flavors, right? Two models. You have the ones that will fit in a traditional 6-screw treble system like this Fender, right? It has a traditional 6-screw originally. So now it has a plate. If you can see, the plate has like 2 on this side and 2 on that side. So basically these 2 screws can fit into any of the 6-screw holes that are in an existing guitar. Now if you happen to have a guitar with just two screw. Okay, let me demonstrate this to you. Like this. This is basically a 2-screw setup. Now, the only problem that you might be facing is the fact that the holes are different. Right, the cavities of the mounting might be different because they all come in different sizes. Like you have the American size, the Asian size. So it comes with two adapters, the American adapters and the Asian adapters. So either one will work, and it will just fit in. In my case, this Harley Benton, I use a American adapter, but it's slightly bigger, right? The hole is slightly bigger than the adapter that came in with it, the American adapter. So, but it didn't matter because as I fit in, I was able to screw it down tight and then kind of align the what you call it, the back plate, you know, the mounting plate, kind of align it properly so that your travel system will just sit directly across your pickups, and yeah, it works. So it's pretty easy. It's not as hard as you would think it is. For finishing, what do you think about acoustic guitar? All mahogany. All mahogany is good. It has a different sound to it. I actually like the mahogany Martin that I play. They have a very distinct sound to it, and I particularly like the Martin mahogany guitars because they still retain their Martin sound, but with the warmness of the mahogany. Right? Do you change also the insert for the Vega-Trem on the Harley Benton? The inserts? The adapters? You mean the adapters? Yes, I change it. Like I said, the Vega-Trem comes in with two sets of adapters, the Asian adapters and the American adapters. That is so that you can fit into the hole that's existing in the guitar. For the Harley Benton, I use the Asian adapter. So with the screw, you go into the adapter goes into the hole. It fits. Yeah. No, the holes are the inserts are there. It's original. I didn't have to drill or anything. It's just based on the original inserts there. The holes there is there. Yeah, I didn't do any drilling. Okay. Someone was asking me about springs. Or was it on one of the questions that was posted in some of the videos? Blues Villa, thank you for the detailed answer. It was something that I already had as a question a long time, but first I'll be okay with the standard whammy bar on my Fusion Pro. Yeah. Like I said, you know, if you are, what do you mean by inserts, Pascal? I don't understand the inserts. The original inserts, there's no original screw you have to take out with the whole tremolo arm. So you don't use anything from an original screw. You have to use the screws that is provided from Vega-Trem. Like back again to your question, Blues Valero. It's a decision you have to make before you even think about purchasing this, because it's not cheap. But if you are to incorporate tremolo playing in your playing style, then it's worth it to get it. You know, if I was a normal guy who just play a little bit of a vibrato, then I probably would not get it, because I'm actually very happy with the traditional six screw traditional in the Fender, and also on the Harley Benton. You know, even though I know I cannot do dive bomb, it doesn't matter these days because I don't do dive bombs anyway. So, but if you're like me who would use a lot of tremolo arm, then yeah, it's a worthwhile investment. Okay. So like I said, there is a super chat and a super sticker. So you want to buy me coffee, which a couple of guys have bought me coffee. Thank you, Jack, Chris, and Leonard. I think he's asleep right now. Yeah, so you want to buy me coffee, you can do that. 008 gauge, but that had problems to fix. I couldn't set the whammy bar. 3 springs were too tight and 1 too weak, and 2 also didn't work, so I had to use certain. There is also the claw, you know, the claw where you fix your springs to in the cavity at the back of your guitar. You can always try to tighten it if you're using 2 springs. It will not be good to use 1 spring. You can loosen it in this way, so you can loosen the claw to its maximum so it doesn't come out of the whole joint, and then work from there and use 2 springs and see how it goes. It might probably help. I read that Fender springs could work, but I don't want to spend money on something where I'm not. Well, the springs are pretty. What, springs or strings? No, 08s are 08s. You know, there's only so much you can change, but there are many kinds of springs available in the market. Some are high tension, some are low, some are mid. Like in the Vega-Trem system comes in with 3 sets of springs, low, mid, and high. So I guess those springs are readily available even in Amazon or anywhere. You know, you can buy those springs that are more high tension. Yeah, it might work. But if I were you, Blues Valero, I would stick to 09s. You know, don't play 08s. Yeah. If you're in, I started with 08s. I've been there, and I'm playing 010s right now. The fact of the matter is that there's a whole lot of difference between 08 and 010s, and I like the fact that I have a little bit of resistance when I'm playing 010s, and you know, you tend to play a little bit more, and I don't know, it's something to do. I don't know where you guys face it, but when you're adding a bit more strength and a bit more effort into your playing, you kind of like affects emotionally what you are trying to interpret on that phrase. You know what I'm trying to say? If it's too easy, it's like, you know, you could just bend, overbend, and do all sorts of stuff. But you know, there's a resistance in 010s, then you know that you're gonna be doing the effort, and that's why people have all sorts of concoction on their face. I know. Yeah, I mean, that's all gimmick and stuff, like, you know, but some of them are, and you find out that there's a reason why they're doing that, because they're fighting against the resistance of the strings, and that more or less play a part in the whole delivery of the phrase, of the passage. Yeah, that's what I think. Right? Yeah, I mean, it theoretically, it does make sense that 08s are easy to play, but then you tend to break strings a lot, or you tend to go out of tune a lot, and yeah, I gave up on 08 after a year or so. I went to 09s. No, sorry, I was at 08 for quite long, for about 3 years, because I was shredding a lot back then, you know, and I had fried rows, and I was breaking strings, and I got so fed up of it. After 2.5 years, and I just changed to 09s, and it was a whole lot better. And then I only recently changed to 010s, like in the year 2000. Yeah, before that I was still playing 09s. Yeah. Hi Martin, Jonathan, great to see you live again. How are you? I was wondering if you like the looks of the Ibanez. Oh, there you go, Ibanez guitars. The Ibanez guitars, I have no experience with it because it's hard. It's really hard to get units to review over here in Singapore, because Ibanez do not supply guitars for reviews, and the shop, the establishment that sells these guitars are not willing to lend out guitars for review. So they are not like City Music or Davis, you know, or Maestro, or some of the shops that are generous enough to say, okay, you know, these are the guitars in my shop, you know, do a review. Yeah, this establishment that does Ibanez guitars do not do that unless the manufacturer has units that are catered for reviews, like Fender. You know, they do that, and I managed to get the Coil Fat 290, right? Somehow I managed to get that out of the shop, but to get Ibanez is kind of tricky at the time being. So no, I have no experience in playing Ibanez. I know they look great, you know. Why don't I have an Ibanez electric guitar? I do. I used to have 2 Ibanez guitars back then, and they're great guitars, and they're all made in Japan, you know. But many years ago, we're talking about in the mid 80s. You know, I sold all of them. You know, they are no more with me. Guys, got any more questions? Soul Food, do you use studio monitors organ amp with your line 6? No, I don't use amps at all. I use studio monitors. Okay, studio monitors or amps. Okay, organ amps. That's pretty new to me. No, I use a set of studio monitors. Let's see where I can change. What is this? My camera, if I can. Video capture device. Okay, let's see where I can change it so I can show you my monitor speakers. Apparently I can, right? Okay, so this is my webcam, which I'm able to move a little bit. Not a whole lot, but enough. So you can see that these are my monitor speakers. This is a Audix monitor speaker. It's a self-powered pair of monitors, and I have this for the longest time. These are actually made in the States. Right now, the Audix speakers are mostly made in China. Right. So this is the humidifier. It's not a smoke machine. It's just that with the air conditioning here, it gets really dry. So I need this to kind of like keep my nose in place before I start sneezing and stuff. And that's the camera. That is the main camera that I'm using. This is a Sony A640, right? Is it A640? Forgot. Yeah, 6400, right? So this is a Sony AHX 6400, and that's my CD collection. This is just part of my CD collection. I have the bulk of it in my living room. That's the old iMac that I have. My dry box where I keep all my speakers, my microphones and my cameras, and my keyboard, my main keyboard where I use to program. So I know you guys like to see what's behind the scene, and here I have another keyboard here which I can pull out from underneath, and I can actually program my drums on. And this is the USB mic that I'm using right now to talk to you guys. Previously I was using this other Deity mic which I use for my videos, but I find that if I was using this and if I were to play electric guitars, which I'm not apparently tonight, it gets kind of like tricky. And this is my iPad where I can actually use it as a secondary monitor from my iMac Mini, or from my Mac Mini. So this is the main screen, but this is my secondary screen, so I can kind of like cross it between. I can kind of like drag whatever I'm seeing here into the main screen. So it's pretty neat, especially when I'm doing like mixing or I'm recording stuff. It's really easy for me. Okay. So let me put this back. I use the webcam for my online lessons when I teach, because then I have close up on the fretboard and whatnot. But sorry, it kind of hung on me, the program, and I had to reboot. You guys still with me? Okay. Ever play an instrument other than a guitar? Alfredo, where are you from, Alfredo? Have I played any other instruments? I played the keyboard. I try to play the keyboard, but I'm not really too good at it. Yeah. I play with 9s on my shredding guitars and 10s on Gibsons. Nice. Well, you're able to swap in between gauges. Then that's pretty cool, Jack. I can't do that. I tried to go back to 9s for a while. It didn't work because I'm so used to 010s. And when I'm playing 09s, you kind of like I get out of control. I tend to overbend a whole lot and get sharp. So I went back to 010s again. Yeah. California. Okay, Alfredo. Okay. Are you still hit by the fires, the smoke? Ian, I miss you, mate. It's so good to see you, Ian. Yay. That was a great song that you did recently. Yeah, nice. Okay, I've kind of figured the HB Traveler wasn't going to fix itself, so I wet sanded the body and it's sweet now. I spent a lot of time on the frets end for the lack of knowledge, but I think they'll be okay. Yeah. Yeah, we all been there, Mike. I didn't even know what I was doing when I started to sand down the neck on my TE70 and my beloved Japan Fender Strat. And I just took a chance and I just wanted to sand down the varnish. But the good thing was I have YouTube, so I kind of like caught a couple of videos explaining how you should do it and what sort of sandpaper or things that you need to get in. And I found out in the end I don't need sandpaper. All I need is a Scotch Brite, and that's all I used, and it worked fine. Yeah. So we take chances and we just kind of like learn. Yeah. It's great to see you, Ian. Yeah. Alfredo, unfortunately, fires are still happening. Hopefully they get under control soon. Smoke is really bad a few days ago. I figure, yeah. I know what you guys have been through. Yeah. So what's been happening, Ian? How you been doing? Hi, Bonzo. Welcome. But are you in the city, Alfredo? Are you in the city or are you in the outskirts? It's great, Ian. So I've seen, because I've seen you, like, I was telling Todd and Francis that you have been like churning out our song after song, like almost daily. It's almost a daily affair. It's great. Awesome. It's great. So what are your plans for this? What is this? What in the world is this? Okay, I'll open up a different program. Sorry. Not talking to you guys. Open recent demo guitar depths. Guitar depths? Demo guitars? Guess so. No. Okay. What is this? Cancel. What is this? Let me play a little bit. Oh. Can you guys hear this? I'm gonna take out the vocals because I don't want the producer to come after me. Fact is, I should not be doing this. Yep, I should not be doing this, so I will not do it. Okay, 35 miles east of Los Angeles. Wow, that's okay. Well, that's not too bad. You're safe. Andrew dug my old guitar out from the back of my closet about a week ago. It had been there for years. My good Lord, Andrew. First, well, you're the one who says that you need to change strings, and now you have a guitar lying somewhere in the closet. It's a Greco with EMG pickups and a G-Force tremolo that I bought off a reggae musician way back in the 90s. For some reason, it sounds way better than I remember. Weird. Maybe guitars are indeed like fine wine. But this is weird because it's not been played for for a long time. It could sound better, if you play the guitar often. I want to test something with this, so bear with me, guys. I want to test something with this recording thing because I kept hearing the original guitar level. Let's see how does this work. Nah, I don't think so, Andrew. I don't think so. So if I have like, so guys, tell me, what do you hear? Yeah, I can hear the original signal, which is not good. Why am I hearing the original signal? Ah. How is this? Do you guys hear the original? Can you hear me? Okay. School is out. Yeah. Forgot to cut my nails, so was a bit was a bit jerky as well. So this thing about having a drum program, right? A sort of a drum plug-in. You can probably buy, if you have a DAW, a digital audio workstation, you can probably get your hands on one of these drum machines. And depending on the prices, you can get some really authentic sounding drum machines or drum programs, and you can actually kind of like work out your riffs with them. I'm breaking a sweat just by playing, which is good, as always. And it kind of like creates a creativity response from you when you're playing with a drummer. And like simple programs just now, like when I was just playing through some of the simple patterns, you can actually create riffs around it, and depending on the emotion that you have in that day, you can actually come up with nice, great songs if you want to. And it doesn't have to be distortion all the way. I was just using distortion because I just like to play riffs, but you can always do it with a semi-clean sound. Get some nice retro or nitro vibe going, and you can create stuff. And that's the reason why I always condone the usage of loopers as well as drum programs like this. And I think that's vital for any guitarist, whether you're a newbie or whether you're someone who's just out to make music. Right? Just a thought. Okay, let me exit this program before it takes up too much memory, because it's really memory intensive. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I was like switching between the sound and trying to get it to sound without the actual normal the original sound of the guitar coming through. Right. Yeah. I mean, thank you guys, but there was a whole lot of boo boo in that whole jam. MT Power Drums is a program like Easy Drummer. You can get an official license for $7. See, that's just cheap, So if you guys are running on, I presume this is like on the Windows platform. The program that I was using, it's not really expensive. It's depending on where you're coming from. I'm actually using Addictive Drums, so it's affordable. Is that Addictive Drums or something else? I forgot. It looks like it's Addictive Drums. Yeah. And then of course you can get Easy Drummer if you want, or Superior Drummer if you have the funds. Superior Drummer is what I should get, but I don't have the disk space for it. Yeah. So some of these drum machines, or drum programs, you can you use it from a Reaper. All right, Francis. Yeah, that work. So it's always good to kind of like or just bide your time and try to capture whatever you need for it. I'm an advocate for muscle memory in more ways than one. I believe in muscle memory, and the riffs that you play, the stuff that you ripped off from certain solos or certain songs that you love. I ripped up a whole lot of stuff from Deep Purple and Bad Company back when I was younger, not to mention Billy Idol. So all these things are stored at the back of your mind, at the back of your head, and when you are playing with a drum program, you are able to call back some of this riff and try to kind of like apply it on that groove that you're playing with. And that for me is really interesting, because I could apply, say, Smoke on the Water, that famous riff, or Money for Nothing, and apply it on that drum beat, but yet change it a little bit and to make it your own. Just play it a little bit differently. And so that's that's how I learned how to create riffs. And there's always a single riff, and not really chord based. And sometimes there are chord based riffs that I would like to do. But I like to do single line riffs, and it's really a great exercise for you to come up with hooks, with hooks and riffs and stuff like that in your playing. Something to think about. Thank you, Ian. You're always so kind, my dear brother. Okay. Well, you know what, old chaps. Jack Collins, I think I've seen 62 likes today. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Awesome. I just found out something about the algorithms of YouTube. I found out that basically it's not based on the views. You can get a lot of views, but what they want, what they're actually looking for is responses or whatever. But I don't really care about that. But I think it's a good morale booster for us as content creators to have people liking your stuff, and that is the encouragement by itself. Like I said, I did this channel primarily to help and inspire as much as I can, because part of my growing up years as a musician, many a times I think I have to be self-inspired, self-motivated. That's a better choice of words, I guess. Guess you get guys who are growing up like me, back in the days. We were talking about back in the early 80s, where we have young musicians who are around the same age as me, and we were learning. We were just discovering that, we have a gift to make music, and we were there as musicians in the clubs, and we would meet musicians from veterans, veteran musicians, and we would try to learn from them as much as possible, glean some advice from them. But a lot of them would not impart skills to you, because some people like that. But there are guys who would really share with you. But I learned the most from guys who are my peers, who are just about the same age as me. And that guy may be good at jazz, for example, but he likes rock, and he likes me, the way I play rock, and I like the way he plays jazz and funk. So we kind of learn from one another and impart skills to one another. And I guess that was the best time that I have, because we have a whole lot of guitarists, but there are assholes. Obviously, there are assholes around. Am I allowed to say that word? Yeah, a-holes. And you get to meet some of these, but that's part and parcel of life. But I was very, very blessed to be able to be among the midst of great musicians at that time. And self-motivation is something that I need to inculcate at that time, because you don't get really much encouragement from your parents, for example. My parents were just happy that I have work. And my dad was like really happy that I was out there doing what I want to do, and he was not encouraging vocally, but I knew he approved of what I do. But he didn't see. Sadly, he didn't stick around to see the things that I read, that I reap, what I sold, and he wasn't around to see the grandchildren that he would love. But my mom was always glad that I was doing the things that I did. But to motivate yourself in this line of work is something that you need to have a little bit of imagination, which I had abundance of when I was young. Like I told you, sometimes in this live stream I did mention a couple of times on how I used to practice when I was younger. I would imagine myself to be among the midst of great musicians. Like if I'm playing a song, say from Eagles. If I'm jamming along with a song from Eagles, I would imagine I'll be in the midst of Don Felder and Joe Walsh and Graham Frey, and Don Henley will be playing drums for me, and Timothy Bisbee will be playing bass, and I'll be playing that solo for I Can't Tell You Why, at the end, and I will be copying note for note what Graham Frey does. Graham Frey, by the way, is the one who plays original solo. And I would have this imagination, and I would stand up with my strap on. I would play with my headphones on, so that I can disturb nobody, and there'll be the dead of the night. And that's how I spent my time. When I was younger, when I was like 20, 21, and I would just stand up there in the dark, and I would play. And I would just imagine that I'm in the midst of all these great musicians, and that's a self motivator by itself for me. And a great imagination, of course, helps. And after that, as I got along to playing live in front of audiences, and that's the great part about playing live. You see the responses from the audiences when you're playing something. Now, we used to play in a rock club where the guys would be like 2-3 feet away from the stage, or maybe a feet from the stage. And when you're playing a solo, you see these guys like looking at you, loving what you do. That itself is a motivator. Right? And I mean, there are guys who will wing it, who kind of like cop out. But if you're true to your trade, then you get that response, that feedback, and you tend to play better than what you used to during rehearsal. You tend to give a little bit more. You some nights you go crazy, and my wife was with me at that time, so she was the greatest motivator of all, and I was always go to her and say, okay, so how did it sound? Was the solo okay on that song? And she would tell me, she's very honest. You suck. No, she doesn't do that. She said, oh, that line, that song, I think you kind of screw up in the middle of it, And I ask her which part, and I'll sing the parts to her. Yeah, that's the part. And I make a mental note, and she's just great, and she does all that. So if you have a good other half, that'll be great, or a good friend, who is honest in their opinion. And there are guys who are not honest in their opinion. They can call themselves friends, but they would, oh, it's great, it's all good, you did well, but deep in heart, you suck at that solo, and they're just lying to you flat out because they don't want you to improve. There are guys like that. So you have to learn as you grow up, or as you play in stage. I'm playing live in a band. I'm talking to young guys or young musicians who happen to be here, but if they're not, it's okay. I mean, you just listen to an old man rambling. Okay, so Diana Krall. Yes, I love Diana Krall. I often get more comments than views. Go figure. Because they comment because they love what you're doing and it's great. I love comments, Hi, Alvin. What is this? Francis, the algorithm responses, likes or dislikes and comments. The more you have, the more algorithm pushes your video on people's front page and suggested. Yeah, I figured that out, and it's okay. The mystery of YouTube. I noticed the other day that you unsubbed me from my wife's own channel. What? Okay. That happened to me too. Your dad sees them, Jonathan. Could I would break out having just to meet them? I think we all would. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. I know he would totally be so in love with them, all three of them. Yeah, I remember. I'm thinking they saw the same IP since they're on the same network and thought it was a bot account. Alvin, have you ever imagined that you were playing with Clapton and that he left the stage in tears and being stand there? No. No. You probably leave the stage in tears because I suck so bad. You go, what the heck am I doing here in the first place? No. Nice one, Alvin. Well, it's a great night. and all my friends are here. I get to meet Jack Rabbit. You know, he was here a couple. I hope he's still around. And Ian came. Jack Collins is here. You know, Francis, Todd, the usual gang, Andrew, and everyone. Yeah, it's a great night. It's a great night. Get to see some. Get to meet some new ones too. Right. Jalapenos fritos are so good. Oh man. No, there's one time, Todd. I was in Tucson, Arizona, and I went down to, what is it, Target, yeah, and I picked up a pack of cornbread, and they're jalapeno cornbread. Nice. Yeah, I kind of missed that. Yes, Ian. Jack is here. Jack was here, I guess. I think he's either offline now, but he was here. I had curry vegetables for 2 days straight. Todd, my wife cooked my favorite dish, which is curry vegetables. Basically, I have curry with cabbage, you know, potatoes. What do you have? Crab stick, kind of like a sausage thing going on. A whole lot of vegetables like lettuce and cabbage and stuff like that. And they'll all be swimming around in this gravy, this curry gravy, and you can keep for days, you know, and it tastes better after each passing day. And I love those. You know, I would eat like 2 or 3 meals a day with this, and it'll be just nice. Oh, you went to Tucson on a field trip. Cool. Back in the 80s. Wow. That's a long time ago. Yes, Pascal, are you leaving? I'm gonna leave soon. Yeah, it's almost hitting 3 hours. Let's just hit 3 hours. I'll leave at 3 a.m. Right now it's like 2:45. 15 minutes more. So what time is dinner? How long does it take to fly? I love a good curry. It takes you about 24 hours. Give or take 22, 24 hours to get over here. And dinner is at 6 p.m. Lehanga des Guitaris. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. You're from France. I love curry. I always love curry. I love curry. I love Japanese cooking. Okay, Alvin, I feel that manufacturers are lacking in information offered about the guitars. Am I being too fuzzy? No, you're not. You're not. Yes, Pascal, I like Mr. Big. I love the singer, especially Eric Martin. I think he's a great singer, great rock voice. And coming back again to Alvin, yes, a lot of them withhold certain information about their guitars. Either because it's insignificant to them, or but so far I think the G&L guitars are really they supply quite how should you call it, adequate information about the guitars, which I like. Harley Bentons have lately decided not to state the country or origin of the guitars. So now you do not know where these guitars are made in Indonesia or in China or anywhere else, or even in Vietnam. And the last time for the CST-24, you used to have like made in Vietnam, boldly stated right at the back. This one Okay, this one's the same thing. It's stated made in Indonesia, so it's pretty cool. But there's certain guitars from Harley Benton where it doesn't even actually state where it's originally from. Yeah. You're hungry, huh? You know what? I haven't, Pascal, on the subject of food. I haven't actually tasted French cuisine. I think I only tasted it once in a posh restaurant where this singer that I was working with on a tour, she invited me and a couple others for a dinner. It was French food, but it didn't make much impression on me. So I would really like to sit down and have a nice French meal. I love Italian cooking, I love Italian dishes. I love Italian food, basically. But French, I haven't really gotten down to it. And the other surprising part is the British meal, a typical British meal. Like Ian, if you're still here, explain to me what's a typical good English dinner to have. And I'm interested in that. Yes, Paul Gilbert is an incredible player. He's funny. In fact, I think he's one of the most versatile rock players around, Paul Gilbert. I really like his playing. I like his sense of humor. I like his demeanor. Yeah, he's a great player. Bichian and everybody, it's a great group. Right? Salute, fellow Frenchmen. They never tell you about the tuners. GNL usually does, do you, right? Yeah. Okay, Alan, I can't understand how Toman get away with not stating the country and manufacturer. I would have thought it was a EU requirement. Yeah, so do I. This is stated. If I'm not mistaken, the CRD20, the Harley Benton acoustic guitar, I don't think it's stated. Oh my goodness. That hurt. Hit the ceiling. Yeah, right. For this guitar, it doesn't even state which country it's from. It just gives you the model number. And that's about it. So for a fact, I know that this is made in China, I guess. And then again, I could be wrong, but it's really well made. So go figure. It's a great guitar, though. So this is a good example of how Harley Benton doesn't actually show you the country of origin. Ian, roast vegetables. That sounds incredibly delicious. And meat hung over a real fire. Yeah. Pot roast is something that I missed, actually, when I was in London a couple of years back. But we had Italian food most of the time when we were there, so we didn't have a traditional English meal, And we were staying in this hotel that's called the Singapore Hotel. So if you're in London, you probably would know where this hotel is, and it has a lovely coffee house, and it serves primarily Singaporean food. So you want a taste of that, if you happen to be in London, go visit the Singapore Hotel. So we're eating mostly local stuff when we were in London, so I never had a chance to sit down with a traditional English meal. Lehanga, yeah, okay. I will check out your channel soon after this. Ian, my HP fretless bass was made in China. My Fusion Pro 2, yeah, there you go. But at least you know where they're from, right? What have you eat? I don't know. That's the reason, because I was talking a lot on that dinner, and I didn't even know what I was eating. I was just talking to to someone, and was so into the conversation that I didn't even notice what I ate. Fender is doing the same now. No serial number of country origin on Sonic guitars now. Really? That's bad. No, that shouldn't happen to Fender. Anyway. Lehanger, yes, you have a great channel. Yeah, great. So you also do reviews of these guitars. That's nice. Which part of France are you at, Lehanger? Are you in Paris or somewhere else? Vietnamese food, yeah. I like Vietnamese food. We have a lot of Vietnamese restaurant here in Singapore. Yeah, they're great. Yeah. But Singapore food is very different. You're from the south of France. Wow, cool. Near the Spanish frontier. Nice. Um, that's okay. It must be very beautiful there, Lehanga. The countryside. Ian, watch the news, see the rhetoric, and then you can easily figure out why Chinese guitars may not sell well in some places, and why therefore the manufacturers are willing to let us know. Yeah, I know, I understand. But Thomann is based in Germany, and after all, it's a German company. It's nothing to do with Trump or the anti-Chinese sentiments that we have in America, that they have in America. So I don't see why. Yeah, I can understand the business. Yeah, the business sense of it. But guitar is non-political. Anyway, it's kind of like it's one of the reasons I sometimes well, if you come to France, you'll be welcome at home. Oh, sure, I'll take up on your offer, Lehanga. It's one of the countries that I would like to go and visit at least once, and that's France, and not in Paris. Maybe 1 day or 2 days in Paris just to visit the Eiffel Tower or the Champs-Élysées, but I would like to visit the rest of France, like in the countryside, especially the south of France, and I would love to go to Spain. Yeah, I would. There's another country I love to go. Yeah, I fell in love with Europe, and there's one time on my second trip to Italy. I actually was thinking of maybe I should migrate to Europe, but no, just wishful thinking, who knows. Anyway, I'll take up on your offer if I ever go out to France. I'll come looking for you. I'll come looking for you too, Pascal. Good quality wood is becoming more rare, and you're right, Todd. You're right. And I was surprised that I saw rosewood fretboard on them Martins. I was like, whoa, that's rosewood fretboard, and not the cheap ones too. The pretty good ones, nice ones. Anyway, well, Anderton now owns Burns of London Guitars. Nice. Pascal, Singapore food is like Japanese food. No, a bit more spicier than Japanese food. Singapore food is like it's like a mixture of a lot of culture. You have Indian, you have Chinese food, You have straight Chinese, which is like Peranakan, which is like a mixture of Malay food and Chinese. You have yeah, basically it's just three of these, like Indian, Malay, and Chinese. And the local dishes are very spicy, but some of you might not be used to the spiciness of it. It's a bit too hot, but they're all tasty, and it's nice. I love local food, but I also love foreign food. So it's very different from the Vietnamese food. Vietnamese, yeah, they're almost same, but very far away. In Japanese, very far away from Japanese food, because Japanese are like really nice. I love Japanese food. I love Japanese cuisine, but they're very different from Singapore food. And less spicy. Japanese is not very spicy. The wasabi is not really chili. It's like if you tasted jalapeno, that the Mexican chilies are very different from wasabi. Yeah, it's two different thing. Alejandra, I like a HB Fusion nut, but so much people are complaining about the quality that I'm not ready to try. I don't know what are they complaining about. Because I don't know. I'm happy with my Fusion 2. I bought another Fusion 2 before this Telecaster shaped HH. It was good. It was the quality is good. I don't know what they're complaining about. So sometimes people complain because they will expect more from certain price range, and I don't blame them. And I have to admit that some of the Harley Benton guitars in the past have very poor workmanship. But I don't know about now recently. I do not know how the quality control is. It should be better. It shouldn't be worse. But Ian, my Martin Acoustic only has one piece of real wood, the soundboard. No way. The rest of the rest are composites and baked birch and engineered wood. It's a great guitar. Interesting. I heard about something about them buying a maker. There does some amazing makers in the UK. Let's hope the tradition continues. Yes. No problem. My house is your house if you come into France. Magnifique. Very good. Yes. Merci beaucoup. Yeah, I will stay in your house. I'll bring my whole family. I hope they keep up the brand's reputation of good quality guitars and don't downgrade the specs. I love wasabi. Yeah, it's actually called radish. The actual term is radish. I love them. I love them on Japanese food only, and not in other dishes. So certain things cannot be mixed. And curry should go along with rice or with potatoes, and that's about it. It shouldn't go with anything else, and definitely not with Japanese rice. So we have the Japanese curry. You have Japanese curry. They're different curry. They're not hot at all, and they're very mushy. And a bit gluey. The real curry from India is not like that. It's really thick and nice, and it's so much spice in it, a whole lot of curcumin in it, turmeric in it. It's nice. Anyway, enough food. I'm getting hungry right now. Which reminds me, I should go out, maybe take a short ride. Then again, maybe not. Yeah, I'm gonna do something else. Yeah, there you go. So I don't know where these complaints are coming from, and we get guys who buy like the cheaper ones, where we have problems. What do we call them? The ones that are offered at a lower price. What's the term? Where people buy and then they return it for some cosmetic reason, and then they sell it again for a cheaper rate. So a lot of them buy these cheaper guitars, and they'll be not happy with some of the paintworks. And what do you expect, And there are guys who pay like $90 for a guitar, and they expect it to be in the workmanship of of a guitar twice that price or triple that price. So yeah, I'm sure Harley Benton must find a way to earn some money from all this exercise. And certain corners have to be cut. But to have a guitar delivered to you in an unplayable condition is totally unacceptable. That I can agree. And then I've discovered that the customer service in Toman is not bad at all, and they're pretty responsive. And I'm not talking because I review guitars from them. Before I review guitars, before they actually sent guitars to me for reviews, I actually bought guitars from them. I bought microphones from them. And I had great customer service. I told them that this microphone is not working, or the guitar is damaged. They replace it for me. And it's not because I reviewed the guitars or anything. I'm just a basic customer. So I don't know. Sriracha, what's that? Wasabi or sushi rice rolls? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Sushi. I love sushi. I write at 3 a.m. Yeah, I do that, Todd. There was one time I wrote at 4 a.m. I came home at 6 a.m. Just nice to see the sunrise. Nice. Yeah, but I'm a bit tired. Some HB goofish have many troubles with scratches. Yeah, okay. I don't know. The first time I had wasabi was at a business lunch meeting in China. I thought it was guacamole. Great. And put a whole spoonful in my mouth all at once. It was a very intense experience. Nice going, Andrew. You know what you should try one day if you're traveling again is to have if you're even in business class, I guess only in business class or in first class they serve like Japanese food. I was once in a business class trip to Tucson, and I was in a Nippon Airlines, and they serve Japanese food, right? And at 30,000 feet in the air, and you had wasabi hitting your nose. Oh my good lord, that's one intense experience, So something you should try. It's a great experience. Case suspended. Thoughts on the PRS SE hollow body too? They're okay. That they play great. Somehow, I have to be really honest. I played on quite a lot of PRS guitars. Somehow it's just it's just not me, or I it just doesn't what's the phrase? Doesn't do anything. I mean, doesn't tweak my knob. it just doesn't resound in me. PRS guitars, they're great looking guitars, wonderful appointments and stuff like that. But somehow I just don't like how it sound like, And I love them. I mean, I loved how it looks. I love to review them, but I probably would not buy a PRS guitar, But that's just me. So you guys take it at that value, because I try to be as honest as I can. In my reviews and in my opinion. So yeah, that's it. Pascal, you have reasons for the quality. Giant Fusion tube models are very good finish. I have two of these and I love them. Yeah. Well, Alan Alan has put it a little bit more eloquently than me. PRS has no soul, right? No emotion. What's your favorite guitar? Which one is the most expensive you have ever had? I used to. My favorite guitar is either the. I have a lot of favorite guitars. Okay. I cannot put any one of them as the cream of the crop, and they all belong to the same level, and they include the Japanese Fender Stratocaster that I had since 1986. I love the guitar to bits. you know, and this Japanese Strat, this white Strat. This is not expensive at all. This is like $1,000 Singapore dollars. My Luke is one of my favorite, and of course the Comanche and the A-Set Blues Boy. These are all my favorite guitars. And the most expensive guitar, I guess, is the Comanche for now. Yeah. I used to own a, what's that guitar called? Good Lord, I forgot the name of it. It's an American Brian Moore. You guys remember Brian Moore guitars? And they used to be made in the States, and I bought one of them at about 3,008 Singapore dollars. That was my most expensive guitar that I ever bought, and I sold it a couple of years later because it just didn't sound right. Yeah, it doesn't mean that the guitar, and I knew my lesson then, that doesn't mean the guitar is expensive. You would naturally be good, be great sounding. Sometimes it's not the case. Alvin, yes, I still have a Vari-X under my bed. I haven't used it for the longest time. I did a tour with it in the early 2000, and it worked. The lag was there, but I can live with it. But it worked. But after a while, I just decided not to pursue that Vari-X route, and decided to get me a nice guitar. And henceforth, when I started touring again in 2011, I ordered the Ernie Ball Music Man Luke, and I toured with that predominantly, and that and the other Fender made in Mexico Richie Sambora Strat, with the EMG pickups. And so I toured with these two guitars primarily for that. Yes, Leanga. Okay. You take care. You too. Your son is named Jonathan. That's a good name. You take care, Dehanga. Can it's fake news? Mine is the Telecaster. What about your Telecaster? You mean your favorite guitar? I love the Fusion Pro 2 next. The roasted is splendid and very fast. Yes, it is. Yes. Hey, Pascal, how do you say goodbye in French? I forgot. What's the word for goodbye in French? Okay, Todd, I'll be leaving soon. I just want to say goodbye in French to all you guys. Alright, Todd, you take care. Don't do things I would not do. Let's see. Au revoir. That's the word. Yes, au revoir. I keep on forgetting the word. So I'm leaving, guys. So you guys take care. Especially you, Ian. Love you. Take care of yourself, huh, mate? And everyone, take care of yourself. Be safe. Keep on playing guitar. Right? What's that? Or au revoir? Yeah. Au revoir. Yeah. Yes, Ian. It's great to see you guys. You guys take care. Ciao. What's the word? Other word. What's the other word? Italian word. I guess I'm really tired. My mind is not working. What's the other word? Oh man. Anyway, au revoir, everybody. Au revoir. So I'll see you again in the next video or the next live stream. God bless you guys. Take care. Bye bye. Yes, Andrew. Every day, G.